I forgot.
Okay, we'll start right there. Hi. That's a nice intro of Destiny yelling at Darren, which behind the scenes never happens. That's only all for the show, everyone. My name is Matt. I'll be your host for this evening's events. Welcome back to the Burnout Brighter podcast, episode 33. 33. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Darren.
Hello, my good sir.
Oh, shit, you're on done. Destiny. And returning, definitely not Chris, it's Devin.
Thanks for including me, you guys.
You're welcome, buddy. Thank you for coming back.
Of course.
I'm glad we didn't scare you off last time. This week, guys, we're going to be talking about competitiveness in gaming, both from a you versus you perspective and a you versus others perspective.
You versus the world.
And we're going to touch on a bunch of news, including the new PS5 controller, Cooking Mama, for whatever fucking reason, and then a couple delays. So, as always, if you want to listen, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, fucking Stitcher, and now Podbean. SoundCloud we're working on because we're experiencing some difficulties after moving over to Podbean. So tentatively, we're not on SoundCloud. I'm working on it. But yeah, thank you for checking us out. And YouTube. Yes, we are now on YouTube as well. Thank you, Destiny. Let's start off with a round of random questions.
I forgot again. I don't understand how I forget about this every time we do this podcast.
I don't either, because we fucking do it at the beginning of every podcast.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to start with Devin.
Yep.
Okay, Devin.
What was that?
That was my sheriff movement. I didn't just rip it as my question.
Okay, good.
Hey, Devin, get a load of this.
Yeah, I'm drinking beer, so sorry for the burps, you guys.
It's all good.
You can edit them out.
He doesn't edit them out.
We'll do it in post.
Make it louder and
Do it in post.
Fuck it, we'll do it live!
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Devin. Shit, every fucking time. If you had to pick a Pokemon...
Right?
How much do you know about Pokemon?
I haven't played
or is it
since
Pokemon?
Blue.
Okay, so you know the original 150.
I couldn't name all of them, but yeah.
You can get the job done. Actually, no, I'm going to change my question. Fuck that.
Is it Pokemon?
Yeah, you're big on Monster Hunter.
Right.
Okay, so
He was playing that.
if you could pick a monster from Monster Hunter, and keep in mind, you'll have to give us like a bit of an overview because I'm sure not everybody's familiar with Monster Hunter monsters.
Which
If
is
you have
a
to pick
shame.
one to battle as yourself and that you think you can actually stand a chance at winning, which Monster Hunter monster would you fight and why?
I would die to any of them.
Okay, but you can pick like one of the scrubs. It doesn't have to be like one of the big giganto beasts.
Well, let me tell you, I would die to any of them, but I could do a Pokemon.
Okay, which Pokemon would you battle?
Just like the what's the cocoon one?
Kakuna?
Metapod.
Or Kakuna?
Why
I would
does
just
Metapod
pick it
sound
up.
like
It just
menopause?
hardens. It's very hard.
It's very
right?
hard.
And I just
Menopause
throw it
is
in a
very hard
river,
on women.
and it drowns.
Yeah, you're just going to toss...
I would hold it underwater, and it
I
would
wonder-
harden.
That doesn't even seem like a fucking fight.
He asked the question.
Okay.
But
I'm
Actually,
trying not to die.
Metapod-
You know what? I actually, if you want to make it interesting, I'll go against Pikachu. I don't think I have much of a chance, but can I get like a baseball bat?
Yeah. I'll give you a baseball bat with one single
It's a
spike.
wooden baseball
Why?
bat.
With one spike.
Oh my
You know why it's
Oh
wooden?
my god.
Why?
Because aluminum conducts electricity.
That's true.
Yeah, but he put a nail in it.
Yeah.
You know what? I would fuck that Pikachu up.
Why would you hurt
You know what? You know what though? Metapod can actually still use string shot, so that fucker could tie your ass up, drop
And
you into
then
the
you
river.
would drown
could,
together.
Yeah, you drown together.
All right, fine. Do you think that there's a Pokemon I could take?
Ditto.
Snorlax?
But Ditto can turn into another Pokemon.
No, but Ditto would just turn into Devin. It can't transform into any Pokemon. It has to transform into a Pokemon.
either
So-
way-
So this is
So
like
you'd fight
fighting
yourself.
dark.
But wait,
dark.
he's
Could
not
I
a
fight-
Pokemon. Can Ditto transform into
Yeah.
a human?
Detective Pikachu. In Detective Pikachu, it transforms into a
Okay,
human.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about classic Pokemon, not fucking Pikachu detective, whatever.
Yeah. Well, Ditto. You could fight like Dark Devin.
I don't
Or
know if
Light
I
Devin.
could
I
take-
feel
I
like
don't know
Dark Devin. No, Light Devin. He's
Yeah, you'd
Dark
fight Light Devin. He'd be like, "Please be nice to people, Devin," and you'd be like, "Fuck you, bitch," and then drown him.
This Devin
Why
would be
would he
like,
drown
"Oh,
him,
wow,
though?"
I really appreciate you as a friend." And
And pay compliments and shit.
New question.
no, I would beat
Somebody
the shit
else.
out of
Okay,
this
okay.
Devin.
Darren,
Yes.
if you had to design a new game,
Okay.
okay? If you had to design a new game
Okay.
that was built around
Oh God.
fucking animals.
Oh my. What the
No,
hell?
I have no idea where I'm going to. I'll change that question. Not on
Just make a furry game.
I got one.
Apparently
You got a
already
question?
exists.
Darren,
You got a question for
me?
Darren.
Well, what?
Just because we know your tastes, shall we
Okay.
say. If you had to slip a finger to in any of your Animal Crossing villagers, who would it be and why?
Wow.
Okay, let's change the question. Who would you hold hands with, and then whatever happens,
No,
happens?
I like slip a finger. Who did you slip a finger to?
Definitely,
There's a definite.
definitely Daisy. Daisy is the queen of my island.
I'm really
What-
scared of
what
what your
animal is
mom
this?
is going
I'm
to say
looking
when
at-
she hears this.
What animal is this?
She's a dog.
Oh my god, Daisy, the yellow one.
Yes.
She would. Oh, that's Daisy?
Is Isabel a dog?
Who's
Isabel's a
Isabel?
dog. Isabel's a dog.
Isabel's
I would
cute
fuck
or
Isabel.
Daisy?
I don't like Isabel. Isabel works for Tom Nook, and Tom Nook is a fascist. And I don't wanna.
Isabel is just trying to pay off her college debt. I need you to stop hating on her.
She is working for the system.
I was ready for you to say the man, because I was going to fuck you up.
But
Wow.
Daisy is the best
She's
person on
ugly.
my island. And
Daisy's ugly.
well,
She brightens your day up.
She's ugly.
she's
Darren
not
is
yours.
Not
ugly.
shallow. You know, it's not about looks.
Neither am I. I'm
When
friends
it
with a
comes
lot
to
of people.
when you fuck dogs, it's not about looks. It's about the nicest,
You know what?
most beautiful
You're probably right.
personality of a dog.
You are probably right, because it sounds like you have a lot of, like,
I haven't. It's
Cool.
been a while since I've dated
a dog.
Been a while.
Well, that's my answer.
Thank you, Darren. Devin, thank you for the save, because where I was going with that was nowhere. Destiny,
Yeah.
if you had to pick any video game character that you trust enough to do your hair, who would it be and why?
Why? What? I don't know. That's a hard question.
I know, I
have,
just
like,
thought of it.
Yeah.
You're very protective about your hair,
I
which I
am.
understand. So which video game character would you trust to do your hair?
None of them.
I have to pick someone.
Well, I don't know. I haven't played enough video games where
Listen, I'm sure there's somebody in Final Fantasy VII you can pick.
I love how you always bring up Final Fantasy VII, but
just-
they're all white characters and they haven't. I don't think
Not,
they've done.
um,
Barry has not done anybody's hair.
Listen, he's got a gun for a hand. I'm sure you could fucking swap that out for a blow dryer.
There's got to be an easy loophole answer to this. Like,
I
is there a
don't-
hairdresser video game character?
Not as far as I know.
I honestly don't know.
Okay, put a pin in it. Think about it. Somebody asked me a question.
Actually, I think I know a good answer for you.
What?
One of those Grand Theft Auto hairdressers that somehow with a haircut give you more hair.
How?
They just
like
like-
a weave?
No, like
No,
you'll
just
go
like
in with
you-
like no hair and you can get like an afro.
And you'll get like a beard, and you'll get
But you
like...
could do that in any game, right? Like
Yeah.
I could do that in Animal Crossing.
Sure. I guess just using
But that's
video...
not an actual character, though.
No, that's just a
You're trying to come
wardrobe
up with loopholes.
or a fridge.
a fridge.
You go to a fridge in Animal Crossing, you can change your clothes.
That's true.
Oh, you
Wait,
can?
fridge?
Yeah.
What?
You can go up to a fridge and be like, "Do you want to change your clothes?"
I don't like that question.
Why?
That's a terrible question because there's like black hair is so difficult to take care of. And I don't know, there are not enough black female characters in games for me to be like
That one.
that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know
what
what,
about
I mean?
the medic in Apex Legends?
Oh, a lifeline.
Is her hair good?
Is her hair good?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Does she do it herself? I guess
Okay,
that's a
fine.
good question.
Reverse question.
Okay.
Which video game character would you like to do their hair? If you could
If
do...
I could do anyone's hair
Yeah.
in the game,
Yeah.
probably. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Who are you going to say, Destiny?
Nobody.
Is it Final Fantasy VII related?
No, it's
Yes,
not really-
100% it was.
No,
Sephiroth? Were you going to say Sephiroth?
I was because he has really long hair.
That's like a good answer, though.
He has really long.
Man needs some
like,
help.
Beautiful hair.
He's like never fought
I'm
scissors.
sure he has like split
Or what
ends.
about female Cloud, cross-dressing Cloud? Make her look beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I just would need to like call up my girls and get a good weave.
So Sephiroth? Sephiroth's your answer?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
There's a lot you could do.
We need a question from Matt.
Okay, who wants to hit me with a question, not anything else?
Okay. If you, and this is not even game related,
All right.
if you had to pick a black hairstyle that would just totally like get rid of your white hair,
Uh-huh.
Afro.
Easy in Afro, yeah.
why?
100%.
Why?
Because I think I'd look cool with an afro. That's literally
You
it.
would look so weird with an afro.
I didn't say I would look good. I'd say I'd look cool.
Okay.
I feel like
You've seen white guys in anime with afros, and so you think...
100%.
Yeah, like fucking the Cowboy Bebop guy.
Spike.
Spike does not have
That's
an
not really an afro. It's
afro.
just big hair.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Like
yeah.
a circle.
No, it's not a circle. Look up Spike.
All right, I will.
But like for me, like also like when I think of like black hairstyles, I also think of like cornrows.
Yeah.
But like I've seen too many white girls come back from like Cuba with something that's
They
not.
call those the Boderick break.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, no. I would love to rock a fro.
You could if you were... No, that was going to be too...
What is this if not an afro?
It's not an afro.
It's just messy hair.
It's just messy
Yeah.
hair. Yo, I know you're not trying to discuss with me what an afro is.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd pick an afro.
Okay.
Or like,
But for you, it'd be like if you were Jewish and had like that curly hair. Because
Yeah,
it
that's
wouldn't
fine
be
still.
that kinky. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right.
No, I thought he gets to get just like he has black hair.
That's weird.
I thought that was your question.
Well, I meant a black hairstyle. I didn't say black hair.
Okay.
Oh, I totally thought you meant like just like black hair too. I was like, I'd fucking swap out for a afro real quick.
No.
Damn it. All right, let's go around. Darren, what's new? What have you been playing? What are you up to?
Oh, well. Fancy you asked me that question.
Yeah.
You want to
fancy.
be a voice actor.
No. I have been trying, just dabbling a lot of different games, but like really, I think the only thing that I'm spending a lot of time on is Animal Crossing and Doom 64, and actually I've been trying to get through Phoenix Wright very, very quickly.
Which one?
Right now, all of the original trilogy. I finished 1, which was great, and now I'm on 2. And what I really like about the second Phoenix Wright, so far I'm not less interested in the stories. The first game had really, really good cases. The second game, so far, the cases aren't as interesting, but they kind of turn because the game's 2 parts. It's courtroom drama trials and then investigation. In the first game, the investigation parts were kind of boring. It's just a lot of like clicking on things and talking to people until you get the right answer. But the second game turns it more into a game where some of their answers will be locked by like spirit locks, and you have to present evidence to contradict themselves to try and get more out of it. So it turns the part of the game that was kind of boring into just as much a puzzle as the main part of the game, which I really enjoy, actually, as a choice.
Nice. Do you know which of the 3 is supposed to be the best?
I think a lot of people like the first one the
first
best,
one?
just because of the stories.
But the third one's still supposed to be good.
I think so.
Okay.
I'll find out.
Yeah. And anything else?
I'm really excited to play. I completely forgot. I've been playing Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I've been playing Resident Evil 3 Remake, and so far it's been really fun. I'm scared that people are talking about, how short it is.
Why are you scared?
Because I want to feel like I'm just like I want it to be long. I like
Is that a weird question?
I like the Resident Evil 2 remake so much, and I really appreciate how long it was. And if this is too short, then I feel like, well, maybe it's not really like worth it as an experience. If it's
But if you're enjoying it, why does it matter how short it is?
Didn't they
'Cause-
cut out like major parts of the game?
that's one of the things. I never played the original, so I don't think I could tell the difference. But for me, if the game is too short, it feels anticlimactic. And I'm not looking for like a 20-hour experience, but like if the game's only like 4 hours long, and I feel like I didn't get enough out of it, it's kind of like disappointing.
Have you ever played a game that was just 4 hours long?
Yeah, I played a lot of indie games like that, but the difference is like this is being
You
sold
knew.
at-
Okay.
like this is being sold as
a
like a full price game.
Got
and,
it.
and you know what you're getting into. And yeah, like Devin said, like they did cut out stuff from the game.
I'll say it seemed like a quick turnaround from Resident Evil 2 remake. Like,
Yeah.
Was it even a year after Resident Evil 2
It
came
was
out?
it was 1 year.
Like,
It was a year and a few months, wasn't
A
it?
year and like 1 month.
Yeah.
it
'cause
didn't
Resident-
seem like it was in the oven for very long.
Because RE2 Remake came out January of last year, right?
Yes.
And then this hit deadass end of March this year.
Really quickly to explain that, from what I've heard, I don't know if it's 100% true, but I heard that the original intention was to make Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Remake one game. But then everyone's like, well,
Like
2...
a continuation story?
Yeah, so you play one and then you play the other and they're in one package. But then they decided to expand the second game and that's why they packaged the third game with their weird multiplayer mode, which was supposed to be its own game. So they were working on both of them at the same time. So they decided to just
RE3 was supposed to be half of a game,
basically,
but now they just released it as a full
game. Yeah. So that's why I think some people are less happy.
Bundled with
about
that multiplayer mode. Have you tried the multiplayer?
I have not tried the multiplayer yet. Actually, I've only played the game itself twice with Alistair watching me, and now he's seen me play like most of the game. So now I'm not going to play it until he's free.
I can't wait till we get Alistair on again. I didn't mean to jump.
Well, he's in quarantine now, so not quarantine, but he's at stay-at-home mode, so maybe we can get him on soon.
Yeah.
It sucks you can't get a decent guest on here.
All right.
What I heard was that they essentially like cut out these parts of the game that were like controversial.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you are going through the trouble of doing a remake, it seems like now is your chance to like fix your mistakes.
Yeah.
But instead they're just like, we'll just fucking cut this shit.
Yeah.
And now it's like a way shorter game.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you fix it? But if you can't be fucked to fix it, then like don't even do the remake.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure why they decided to just not develop it longer. I think maybe they're scared that their multiplayer mode wouldn't be as popular. So they decided that, well, if we put it with Resident Evil 3, then maybe more people will play the multiplayer.
Buy into it, yeah.
That makes sense. Like, go ahead.
I didn't even know there was a multiplayer mode.
Yeah, it's like
in
a
the remake.
huge like 4 versus 1 type thing.
I should try. I think I'm going to try the multiplayer this weekend, and I'll come back and let you know what I think.
You should try it.
Yeah.
And I still can't wait for Alistair to come back on the show.
Okay.
Destiny, what about you? What have you been playing? You got some big news.
I do?
You got a Switch
I got a Switch!
and Animal Crossing.
Oh my god, let me tell you the story about the Switch. So, what's the name of the place?
Playground.
Playground? Just kidding. Playground. And they were like, oh, we're gonna get in some new Switches and like the limited edition one, blah, blah, blah. Like, you just have to be here, and at 12 o'clock on Saturday, you can pay for it and then come back and pick it up at 3 o'clock. So I go at like 10:30.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know how the lines are. I know how they are in like the U.S. and Canada. So like, even 10:30 is not that early, you know?
No.
But I was the first person there, which I thought was a little weird, but I was like, whatever, fuck it.
Yeah.
So then we're waiting there, and then like 12 hits, and nobody's there. Like, they didn't open the store. So they were like 30 minutes late. So then I get in there, and I'm like, whatever, okay, they're here, I'm going to buy it, and then come back and pick it up. So I go in, and they're like, oh, what's your phone number? Which I thought was really weird, but like, I gave them my phone number. And then I tried to hand them my card, and they were like, no, we don't need your card. And I was like,
What?
you don't need my card? But they obviously didn't speak enough English, and I obviously didn't speak enough Korean to understand, so I was just like, okay. So I immediately message Matt, and I'm like, Matt, I don't know what's happening. So he tells Senna, and Senna calls, and evidently it's a lottery. So, like, you put your number down, and if you happen to get picked, then you're the lucky person who gets to buy the Switch full fucking price after waiting there.
So basically what happened was that initially they were meant to do it that way. Like, they were going to have people line up, and then it was first come, first serve. But people started lining up 2 days before on Thursday night with the intention of just staying there for 2 days.
Wow.
And the building manager was apparently like, you can't fucking do that. Like, we have to close the building down. So they had to sell the Switches to those 5 people. And then essentially they posted in their like own like board, like kind of like their Reddit type thing.
Yeah.
Basically explaining the situation, but because we weren't on it and that wasn't communicated to us, and we called before that happened, that was never communicated to us. So Destiny went, and then like Senna got on the phone with them and was like, what the fuck? And they're like, we're really sorry, like we can't really handle it any other way.
Yeah.
But I just think, like, it's unfair that they already sold 5, and they could have just been like, okay, we're going to sell this certain amount this day, and then this certain amount this day. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, or just tell
because
them to
people still lined up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, anyway, so they were like, oh, you won this one. And then I got there to pick it up, and it wasn't that one.
They told you were getting the neon one, but you got the grays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was, like, pissed, but, like, whatever.
Still a Switch. Still got a Switch.
It's still a Switch.
Okay, and how's Animal Crossing?
It's good, but I feel like I'm getting a little bored. Because, like, I'm tired of fishing.
Yeah.
Wait, did you get the V2 Switch?
Yeah.
It is. That's all they
Okay.
make now. I don't think they make the original.
Yeah, they don't
ones
make V1s anymore.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I bought whatever they had. And, like, I've been playing,
Animal Crossing is boring. What? It is very surprising
You know what?
to me.
I don't like your tone. Anyways, I enjoy the game, and like I had a goal. Like I wanted when I saw Matt with the stupid egg dress, which is tacky as fuck, but I had to have it because I was like, it's like limited edition, so I need it. And I was like, my island only produces like 2 fucking boulders a day. So I wasn't getting enough stones. And then like you, the beautiful person that you are, told me I could go to other islands, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I finally went to some other islands and like got it. And I like the game. You know what I think is like the best part of the game is the fucking museum.
Yeah, the museum's amazing.
Museum's super dope.
It is so fucking nice. Like, it's that tiny building, but then when you go in, like,
It looks like a real
laid
museum.
out like a real museum.
Yeah.
It's
And
beautiful.
I was like, it's so fucking nice. Like,
It's really gratifying to like slowly build it up and get more and more, and sometimes they add like even more statues into it and things like that.
So I'm doing that, and then like I also have like a little zoo in my apartment, my 1-bedroom house. And I've also been playing some dating simulators.
Okay.
So I found this dating simulator that was free, and it's about furries, and it was originally made for gay furry males, but they've like changed some stuff up, so now you can be female and you like create your own character. I am not personally playing it because I don't know if you guys know, I really like watching other people play games.
Yeah.
So I made Natasha download it, and I made her play it, and I was like, yo, it's gonna be so weird if you find out you have a weird kink after playing this game. So she makes the character, and we get like through all the coloring and stuff, because you can change the color and like the kind of claws you have, whatever, I don't know, furry shit. And so like they're going to it's weird. The game starts off with like your stepbrother and you being like, oh, I don't really want to be here because he's gonna be fucking his boyfriend, and then you find out that the stepbrother, who's a blue jay, and his like dick is huge. I don't know why it's so big, but it's like really prominent. And he's like, oh, my boyfriend broke up with me. I really like just want to go out. I want to go dance. I want to go to a club. So you make your character and you guys go out to a club, right? And like the first furry is like this dragon bouncer. And Natasha's like, ooh, he's hot or something like that. And I was like, I fucking knew it. I knew you were into furries. So she finds, if you guys knew Natasha, you would understand how crazy this is. She finds the one character who's sitting alone at the bar reading a fucking book.
Of course
And
you did.
now they have a date.
But he's probably like super buff. And,
He's not.
Oh, okay.
He's just like this little snow leopard dude.
I bet he's got a big dick.
I think they all have
twink
big
leopard?
dicks. I don't think like furries don't have big dicks. I think that's like not a thing. Like they all have big dicks. I think. I don't know. In the game, they're all drawn with big packages. Anyway, so she finds this like snow leopard, and like they have like this little chat or whatever, and I'm giving her answers to give the guy, and I'm being like a total bitch. But he liked it. So they have a date at the library tomorrow, and I will continuously update you on the shenanigans of us playing this
Please,
game.
I am like leaning in. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
Spoiler
my
alert.
Lord.
It's no.
She has sex with a snow.
There are
leopard.
sex scenes in the game.
Please,
But-
what is the name of this game? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Check it for next week and give us an update on Natasha's furry adventures next week.
Free.
How are there sex scenes if you can create your own character?
I don't know, but they make it.
They're
like,
gonna find out.
You know, yeah.
We'll find out
Like,
next week.
All right.
Devin, don't question God. Just
I'm
Devin?
sure God was involved in the production.
he had to
of
be.
this
He had to
game.
be, right? If there is a God and he produced us, and then we produced furries,
Yes.
and thereby
All of creation was leading up to this moment.
yes, it was okay. Like
God is the biggest
There's
furry
a
of them all.
direct line
we don't question his plan.
from
We just
life
go with it.
to
Darren,
dinosaurs.
not Darren. Devin, you literally wanted to show me a video of fucking like some
Bear
guy
Grylls drinking elephant
drinking
piss
elephant
water.
poop water. Like
Yeah.
it's a part of a bigger plan. I'm not questioning anything anymore.
Life's
Just
full of
accepting-
mysteries.
Yeah.
It is. Devin, what about you? What's new? What have you been playing?
Alright, I finally stopped playing Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate.
Finally.
Yeah,
How'd it
finally.
feel?
700 hours in. Boom. Done. I put it down.
Did you kill all the monsters with all the weapons?
I did.
Wait, are you
Attaboy.
playing a Monster Hunter game?
That was Monster Hunter World.
That's the new one.
I don't know these things.
Yeah, so I've actually been playing a lot of shit. Because, like, literally, normally I'll play, like, at most I'll play a game for a month. Because, like, in a month, if I go hard, I can put, like, 100-something hours into a game.
Mhm.
Like, I played The Witcher 3 in about a month and put, like, 115, 120 hours into
Nicely
it.
done.
But, I haven't played anything but Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate since October of last year.
Wow.
But that includes, like, a 2.5-month vacation in New Zealand, so it's a little skewed.
Yeah.
But I basically I was like, okay, I've been released from these chains that have been broken on me. And I've been playing a lot of shit. So I've been playing a lot of King of Cards, Shovel Knight.
Nice.
How do you think it stacks up against the other expansions?
It is my least favorite Shovel Knight expansion.
Oh, no.
But I would still give it like an 8 or 9 out of 10.
So it's still fantastic, just not as
Every
perfect.
other Shovel Knight expansion is a 10 out of 10 game for me.
Nice.
I've been playing a little Stardew Valley. I've been playing the
Wait,
Talos.
you've been playing Stardew Valley?
Yeah, a little bit.
You played it with...
It's not a multiplayer game.
It is a multiplayer game.
You can play it multiplayer,
It's multiplayer.
but literally,
You literally said, let's play it, and then you fucking started playing it without me.
that is a game that I start playing when I'm like,
I don't want to hear your lame
I
excuses.
honestly don't like that
You
game.
kept saying, let's play it, though.
Okay,
Fired.
Yeah.
the Talos Principle,
Nice. How's that?
awesome.
Uh-huh.
I'm only in B, but
There's a lot of puzzles in that game, right? We were
we-
playing it a little bit for a while ago.
It's really cool. I would honestly put it up there with like Portal or The Witness for me
Nice.
so far.
Okay. Anything else that you've been tinkering with? I saw you playing some Downwell.
Yeah, I was playing a little Downwell. I was playing a little Dead Cells.
Dead Cells is great.
Dude, yeah.
Dead Cells is a
You're
lot of
into
fun.
that game?
I finished it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like you did BC Zero.
I don't know what that
Is
means.
that the
Like
expansion?
no.
I beat like the boss.
You beat the final boss.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's BC Zero. I beat when I first got a Switch. That was the first game I bought, and I beat BC. So like, BC means boss cell, and like when you beat the final boss, then at the beginning of the game you can like activate a boss cell, and it makes the game harder.
Yeah.
And that's BC 1.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, no, I'm not doing this
Yeah,
anymore.
that's where I stopped too, but I actually did that on my Switch, and now I'm like playing on PC. So I'm trying to like beat BC Zero again, basically, and
get
like
to the
grind
next
out a
ones,
bunch of
yeah.
shit.
It's super fun though. The game's mechanics are super tight.
Yeah, no, it's a fun game. It's honestly not like exactly the game that I wanted or expected, but what it is like cool.
It's good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really liked it.
Hey,
So,
Matt.
Matt,
What have you been up
Yeah.
to?
More Animal Crossing.
I hope there's some Death Stranding in this
There is.
update.
Yeah, I played more Animal Crossing. I actually had Darren and Destiny and Senna over on my island the other night. We
Yeah,
did
that's
we
cute.
did a meteor shower gazing. We literally sat there for an hour just mashing A and watching meteors drop and getting star fragments, which was actually really fun.
That's cute.
I've been playing a bunch of Persona 5 Royal. It continues to surprise me, actually, with little moments throughout. One of the new characters that they've added, and I guess like spoilers for one of the new confidants. Like I'm not going to give much information about it, but basically they bring in a therapist to handle the character's mental health.
oh cool.
Is that what I saw when I came over that one time? That lady and the doctor?
No. That's just that's
She's just a regular doctor.
It's just as a doctor, yeah. No, they actually bring in a therapist. And I was reading a couple of reviews that say that his storyline is actually really, really well written.
Really?
So I'm really curious to see how he continues because like I'm a little nervous about a game like Persona tackling mental health. But I'm very curious to see if they do it well.
Yeah, because
because,
back in
like-
Persona 3, they got under some fire for their depiction of like suicide. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
so like I like it's a very like angsty game for sure, but I'm curious to see how they're gonna handle it because those characters really do go through some fucked up shit and not even like like
all of
fighting
them,
monsters.
And all the Persona 5s go through some really fucked up
yeah,
shit.
all of them
Yeah.
have some kind of thing that's
Wait, can I ask you a question about Persona?
Yeah.
So like when you're fighting,
Mhm.
that's not like the real world, right?
No, it depends. Differs game to game, but basically in Persona 5, you're fighting in like the metaverse, which is like everybody's cognitions. Like think Inception
So
type.
you're
thing.
like it's a mind
Yeah,
thing. Okay,
yeah,
right.
yeah. So you're like basically going. There's like this underlying. There's this like other world that is built off of people's cognitions.
Right.
So basically, if somebody's like a total asshole and thinks of themselves as this like grandiose fucking I'm the best, then they might have like a massive palace which you're going into fucking.
It's like
up.
yeah.
Oh wait, is it like
like
that in all the
Psychonauts.
games?
No,
No, it differs game to game.
it's like this in 5.
Yeah.
But in 4 it felt like that too.
In 4, you're going into like this like TV other world
Yeah,
type
but
thing.
it's still their personalities that is creating, like their second personality
Yeah.
is creating the place, right?
Similarly, yeah, like Persona 4 is built around like their insecurities. Like Persona 4, like when they go in, they go in and they kind of face their insecurities. In Persona 5, you're going up against people who it's like the polar opposite.
You're facing their egos.
Exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm still really liking it. The new characters seem great so far. I've just gotten to Madarame's Palace for anyone who's played it before. So I'm probably about 20 hours in.
Yeah, it's second palace.
Second Palace, yeah. It's fucking awesome. It's more Persona. I love it to death. And like I said, more Animal Crossing. They're both fucking fantastic. I'm excited for Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah,
Coming out
I
tomorrow.
got that preloaded on my console.
With the amount of fucking good reviews, I'm stoked to actually give it a whirl.
Of course, it's Final Fantasy VII.
yeah, I'm really
See?
curious to see how it
Well,
goes.
it's like 1/5 of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Right?
But
Yeah.
apparently, it's the reviews are really fucking good. So I'm excited to try it, and I'm really curious. I've heard that the ending is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Apparently, they've changed quite a bit. So people.
Oh,
are saying,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, the ending is fucking bonkers. Like they're
It's
saying
almost
that,
like a different game. Or
they're
something.
saying that
Really?
they're saying the ending is super divisive. It's either going to like you're either gonna love it or fucking hate it.
Yeah.
So like I'm curious to see.
Cloud dies.
I'm really. Shut up. I'm really curious because, like, I want to know, like, how that affects, like, if the ending is so different, then that means, like, some of the gameplay is different. Like, some of the story has to have changed.
That's kind of what I'm
Yeah.
feeling, which means that like the next games may not be as safe as we thought that they might be.
Yeah, because remember you were talking about what if Aerith doesn't die?
Yeah.
Remember you asked me that, and I was
Yeah.
like, well, then they would have to totally change the fucking ending.
Yeah.
It looks like things are changing a lot.
So like we don't like again we
Well,
don't we don't know to
okay.
what we don't know to what extent, and like I
No,
said, like
I haven't looked up any spoilers.
neither have I. Like I want to get there on my own, and then we can have a spoiler cast about it. But yeah,
You know what's really been, like, on my mind, though?
what
Death Stranding.
it's been on my mind too. I watched that 60-minute video again. It still makes fucking less sense.
No, that's not fair.
But like, what do you want me to watch? Like hours of him walking?
That's what I did.
Yeah, but
That is what I did.
Dude,
When
that's
you-
crazy.
No, it's not crazy because he doesn't like just show hours of him walking. He shows the main gameplay, but it is like hours.
so you watched Jacksepticeye do it, right?
Yes.
How? Okay, let me look.
How
it
many
up.
episodes?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I cannot stand that dude.
Nobody asked you what you thought about him.
Okay. Yeah, so that's basically it for me. So I'm going to keep playing those, and yeah. So
You know,
Darren,
I'm just saying I lived up to my end of the... Wait, I'm sorry, Darren. I lived up to my end of the bargain and some. It is only fair. You cannot put 14 hours compared to 16 minutes. It's not
but you
fair.
get 14 hours of great game.
I don't feel like it's great game because right now it feels very repetitive.
Wait. I have a fun. What systems is Final Fantasy VII out on?
4.
Just PlayStation.
Oh, it's
And then
PlayStation
a
4.
year
For a
from
year.
now,
Oh,
they're
it's
gonna put it
timed
on.
exclusive.
Yeah, it's a time exclusive.
And you guys cannot do the spoiler podcast.
This is like
because I don't have a PS4.
there are
I don't.
12
We'll just
videos of at least 2.5 hours each.
Jackson.
Come here.
Yeah. Okay. So Darren, we're going. You came up with the main topic this week. Can you tell us a little bit about what you want to talk
Wait. Don't try to gloss over that. You're gonna watch it. You have to
I
watch
will
at least
skim
10
through-
hours.
about? I'm not
I
going to
did-
watch 10 hours of him walking.
Why? It's not 10 hours of him walking. Just you can speed through the walking part.
We'll talk about this. after.
No. This is fair because I upheld my end of the bargain.
You did, but all I said was I was going to watch Death Stranding. I watched the story,
That's not.
which is the core of that game.
Have I?
You're cheating. You're finding loopholes.
Have any of you watched a lot of Easy Allies prediction videos or anything? Have you ever heard
Yeah.
of Easy Allies? So it's just like a YouTube channel. They do podcasts and things like that. Back when they used to be the people that worked at GameTrailers.com, they did prediction videos. They still do them, where they made predictions about E3 and at different events. And Michael Huber and Kyle Bossman are the two people that did these. And they would always have things that would happen to the other person if they lost. Things that they would have
Bets.
to do.
Yeah.
Are their bets.
Yeah.
And every single time someone lost a bet, they would pretty much always find some weird loophole that
That's
got
what he's
them
doing.
out of it. And you know what? That's just life sometimes.
No, it's not. That's not fair. You at least have to watch all of the the clips. And I know that's not just 16 minutes. Like, just watch the clips then.
Like the cutscenes?
The cutscenes.
Okay, I will skim through the cutscenes.
No, not skim. You need to watch
Dude,
them.
there's not that many cutscenes in the game.
There's not
Okay.
that many. Shut up.
Okay.
All right, Darren, main topic.
Okay, so
What do we got? What's going on?
I was thinking a lot recently, specifically actually because of Animal Crossing.
Okay.
I was thinking about competitive nature of video games. Now, you might be thinking, why would I bring up Animal Crossing about talking about competitive games? I think it's because right now we're living in an interesting time where a lot of people are in quarantine, and Animal Crossing just came out. So everybody on social media is showing off their towns, showing off the things that they've done and the things that like they've created and all their new things. And it's almost creating a little bit of like social media anxiety that I feel like I would get from like going on Facebook and comparing your life to other people's lives. Because I see like, oh, that person's town, that looks so much better than my town. Or I want that thing because that person has that thing. And it's kind of interesting to me, the idea of video games kind of being competitive even when they're not meant to be. So I was just...
So do you think that the part of that is... Do you think you're competing against yourself in that situation, or is it only because you're seeing something else? Like, were you feeling like this drive to be like, I need to do these things on my island before you saw other shit? Or was it seeing the other shit what caused you to feel that way?
It's seeing the other shit that caused me to feel that way.
I feel like that's just human nature. It's like called keeping up with the Joneses. If you see somebody who has something better, then you strive to go above and beyond. Like that happens in like daily life though.
It does, right? And it's just like, it's why competition is so common, right? Like, I mean...
So do you think that there's anything specific about video games that kind of plays into that, even when the video game itself is not trying to? Because, I mean, you see a lot of, you know, people like speedrunners and things like that trying to speedrun games and compete in playing a game that was never meant to be played that way necessarily. I don't really see that a lot in, you know...
So
I think it's more like, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I think it's more like that feeling of satisfaction, you know, like that you were able to do something. It's like a quick rush. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so like it sometimes I think it's like out of competitiveness, but sometimes I think people just need that. You know, if it's something that they feel they can easily do and they don't have to put in like a shit ton of effort. Like sitting there and playing a game for hours, like it's effort playing the game and like getting to certain points, but it's not like you're out there building your fucking house or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I think like it's easier to do like those like being competitive that way is easier than like how am I trying to say it? It's easier than like seeing somebody who has like a wife, a kids, a whole family, a career. Like it's small.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
like
it's
you have
something,
more.
it feels like you can accomplish it. So I think a lot of people are more competitive in games. Oh, well, that person did it in 15 hours. Let me see if I can do it in 14.
I guess that's a really good point that I hadn't thought of, because like if like you're comparing in life, right? You're like, that person makes $100,000 a year, right? It's not like if you just go and do something for the next 10 to 15 hours, like you can't accomplish that overnight. You know what I mean? Like if I see somebody has a dope ass island, if I want to go and grind it out over the course of the next 2 days, I could get there if I wanted to.
Right.
But like I think you're right in terms of like the agency aspect of it, right? Is because it's like you feel like you actually can accomplish it. Devin, like, what drives you? You just said you put 700 hours into Monster Hunter, right? And it's like it was this drive to what? Like, why?
Actually, when I was invited to come on this episode, I kind of jumped at it when I heard that the topic was like competitiveness, because I feel like if competitiveness is a spectrum, and like on one end you have someone who's like hyper competitive, like that's their main motivation, and you have the other end where it's like someone who is not competitive like at all. I am far, far, far on the one end of the spectrum, which is like I am not competitive at fucking all. Like I do not derive any sort of enjoyment from like, ooh, I'm better than this person. Like Monster Hunter isn't competitive. It's solely a co-op game. And what drives me in that game is like how well can I do
Right.
in any fucking match. And even like,
But like have you ever tried to be like, oh, like I've heard that somebody's beaten this monster in 20 minutes. Let's see if I can do it in less than that. Like, have you ever?
But it's always a challenge to myself. It's always how well can I do. It's never like me versus someone else. The only game that I get sweaty in, I get sweaty in a lot of games, but the only game that I sort of get sweaty in against someone else is Rocket League.
Yeah.
Just because I love Rocket League so much. And that is a competitive game, but I feel like I don't care if someone else wins. Like, I don't care if I lose. Like, some people rage if they lose.
You mean like if you're doing a rap battle and somebody beats you and like you don't win?
That's me trying to make people laugh. To be real though, but in Rocket League, like, I don't rage at the other team.
Mm-hmm.
I rage at my teammates. I'm like, why didn't you make that fucking save, you piece of shit?
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
I don't get mad at the other team.
So you don't think you're competitive though?
I don't
because
think
that sounds like super fucking competitive. Like if you go off on your teammates because you're not winning, that's competitive.
But it's not about winning me. I don't care if I win. It's
I mean,
like,
but it is because if they didn't make the save, that means that cost you.
But
I think it's a little different. It is still, like, I think it is still competitiveness, but, like, for me, like, so I play a bunch of Rocket League too, right?
Yeah.
And, like, usually when I'm playing, if I feel like we made an honest effort, you know what I mean? And, like, we played to the best of our ability and we lost, then fuck it, we lost. But if I know that I'm making stupid mistakes, that's when I get frustrated. That's when I'm like, we lost because I did something fucking dumb.
But you're talking about yourself. He's talking about you.
No, but even still, like, I don't usually, I'm with you actually on this one because I don't usually get frustrated either, but, like, there's been times where, like, I've been playing with Lucas, I'm like, Lucas, what the fuck are you doing? Because it's just like...
Because it's a competitive game. Rocket League is a competitive game.
No, I know, but, like, again, like, it's not, for me it isn't about losing as much as it is, like, if I see my teammate doing something stupid kind of thing.
There are people...
So what do you mean? Do you mean stupid like they're goofing off or they made an honest mistake?
Like they're bad.
It was a bad choice. Like, there were times where, like, for example, like, where, like, him and I would be playing, and I'm just using Lucas as a fucking example just because his name popped in my mind first, but, like, where, like, I'd be playing net and he'd be out, and then he'd be like, okay, like, go chase the ball, I'm getting into net. And then he'd fuck off and do something else and chase the ball when he was like, no, I'm going to go do this
They're
thing.
like in the wrong place.
So I really don't mean this to be a facetious question, but genuinely, why do you think that bothers you?
I'm with you because I don't get it.
I feel like
If you're not competitive, why would that bother you? Because then you are competitive. Otherwise, you're just playing for fun, and if they fuck off, they fuck off. But if they fuck off to the point where you get upset...
because I can answer this question now. I thank you for saying that because that clarified it in my mind.
Wonderful.
Because the fun is in challenging yourself and seeing how well you can do. But in Rocket League, your success is tied to the success of your teammates. Like, you play position. So, yeah, like, if one guy hangs back and they're supposed to be playing goalie and the other two are going out and trying to center the ball and get goals, and then the fucking goalie fucks off, and then the other people get an easy net, you're like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
So you feel like you can't challenge yourself because it's not a fair playing field.
It's not a single player game.
Yeah,
it's
like,
a team game.
Exactly. I'm actually, like, with you there. Like, with Animal Crossing, like, so... this whole turnip fucking stock market shit going on, right? I actually linked up with a guy online who's like, come to my island, you can sell your turnips, I have a good price. So I went and I saw his island, and I'm like, this is fucking beautiful.
Wait. You linked up with a guy online to go sell turnips?
There's a whole turnip economy online. Seriously.
For Animal Crossing.
For Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing turnip economy.
Yeah.
So do you think that that's slightly competitive?
No,
I just want the price so I can buy shit on my island. It's not about trying to get, like...
But it's trying to get the best price, right?
Yeah, but that's what I
No, it's not competition because it's like...
The prices, so the way that works is
So why wouldn't you just sell them at whatever price you get them at?
because then you could sell at a loss. So, for example, if I buy at 90 and my island is only selling for 60, I'm going to lose money, which I won't be able to do as much as I want on my own island. It's not like a...
okay.
Yeah, it's like, it's very common. People open up their islands so people can come through and sell at better prices.
Got it.
But anyways, I saw his island and I was like, this is fucking beautiful. And, like, for me, I was just like, we've been playing the game for the same amount of time because I picked it up at launch, right? And, like, look at how much more he accomplished. And it actually kind of inspired me to be like, this actually gave me some ideas. I think I can do this, right? And like that kind of pushed me forward because again, it's not like Animal Crossing is not a competitive game. I can understand like those feelings of like, how do they have that thing that I don't have, right? But like with Rocket League, and I think that's like a hyper focused example because I don't play much competitive games at all. Like if I'm playing something like Battlefield, like I'll play a lot of Battlefield, right? and like the teams are massive, right? So like if I'm fucking up or somebody's fucking up, like that's fine. The team is like 50 people. If as you know, like whatever shit happens. But I guess because Rocket League is so tightly woven, like it's usually you and one other person or two other people. If it's chaos, it doesn't really fucking matter. But like I feel like if we're not communicating, or if something's happening where like something's being said and then something else is being done, and like shit's fucking up because I'm not. It's not like it's my fault. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm doing everything that I said I'm going to be doing, and even if I make an honest mistake, or if they're in net and they just miss a save, that doesn't fucking matter. Shit happens, right? But like if they're like, I'm gonna go to net, and then they go chase the ball because they see that it's on the other side, like that kind of shit makes me mad, and that's where I guess the competitiveness comes out in me.
So like, has that happened though?
Of course, because it happens. Like and like Rocket League specifically too. It's like you'll see an opportunity, or it's like I've done it plenty of times too, and I've had my teammates get mad at me. And
so why did you do it?
Because I thought I could.
Because it's
okay. So because you thought it was the best choice, right? You thought you could do it. So that's why I don't understand the point of getting that upset with someone, because they're not doing it to sabotage you.
Do you play any competitive games?
Yes, I've played competitive games before, but one, I don't like them because people like you get super fucking pissed off if I make a mistake, and it's not fun.
So actually, this is my next question. I actually want to ask you, Destiny, because you would describe yourself as a non-competitive person.
Yeah.
And what do you think it is about competition that like kind of like turns you off?
It brings out a really ugly side in people. It really does. Like, I feel like games are to play to have fun, right? Like, your life isn't depending on it. Nothing's gonna fucking happen to you. Nobody's gonna come and kill your cat or your dog or your family. So, like, you know, I played with guys before, and they rage, and it makes it not fucking fun.
Do you think that there's been a moment for you where you have felt competitive about something?
Yeah. Like, I wanted that egg dress.
Yeah, right.
Because I saw Matt get it. But, like, I wasn't upset about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted it, so I played a lot to get it. And I wanted a house, so I kept fishing to get it. But now I'm, like, done, you know? But, like, I'm not really... Okay, so the only other time I've gotten kind of competitive, and I don't think it's really competitive, I think it comes from managing a team, is when I played Don't Starve. Mm-hmm. And in Don't Starve, if you're playing with Don't Starve together, like, people have to do certain things for you to survive, or, like, you lose time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, so, like, you spend all this time, like, trying to get this camp together, and, like, you set people to do certain things, and if those people don't do their certain things, then it doesn't get done, and then everybody dies, right? What bothers me is not the fact that we all die, it's the amount of time I put into it that I can't get back.
Because those games can last a long time?
Yeah, they can last a long time because you didn't do what you said you were going to do. And I don't rage at them, though. I don't get, like, angry at them. It's just like, well, fuck it. You know, like, I just probably won't play with them again.
Why, and maybe this doesn't have an answer, but why don't you think that you get competitive? Or what do you think helps you?
I just don't think it's worth it. Like, if I play games, I play them. Okay, so, like, when he said he played, like, Devin said he put, like, 700 hours into a game or something.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm not trying to pick on you. No, I just don't know how many hours.
I did do that.
Okay.
Yes.
And I said to you, wow, you really are a gamer. Right. And you were like, yeah, are you not a gamer?
I have my card right here.
My license.
The reason why I said that is because I don't think I'm a gamer in that sense. Mm-hmm. I play games casually just for enjoyment. And if I don't enjoy it, then I'm not going to play it. And I think that's why I'm not really competitive. Like, I don't play games to be... I don't like PvP. Yeah. Well, I don't like anything like that.
If I may say this, and I don't say this to offend you at all.
It's going to offend
me.
I know it is
like
because you said that.
You don't play very, like, skill-based games.
I have played skill-based games, just not against other... Okay. Like, what do you consider skill-based?
Rocket League. Like Rocket League or Halo or like Call of Duty. Like
a dating simulator is not...
Well, no, but I don't just fucking play dating simulators.
So give me what skill-based games you play.
No, now I'm irritated.
Right, okay. Well, Darren, what...
Because, like, I feel like you're saying that and you don't even know the type of games I play. Like, I do play casual games, but I've definitely played games where they take some skill. Like you said fucking earlier, I wouldn't be able to play Monster Hunter because it would be, like, above me or something. But, like, I do play...
I said.
Well, that's what it felt like.
You're playing Cuphead right now.
Yeah, and I do like Cuphead.
But I think the difference is, I think you've also had just some bad experiences with competitive online gaming. Like,
Yeah.
kind of as a whole. Like, you tried to get into Overwatch, and that didn't go very well. Not because of the game, but because of the people you were playing with.
Yes.
Right? And, like, I think Overwatch is a great example because, like, we played a shit ton of Overwatch. And every time that we lost, it was never like, Darren didn't do the right thing. I don't know what it is about Rocket League specifically for me that, like, brings that out of me because I don't get that way with, like, any other game.
Same, dude.
Like, and that's what I mean. Like, I've played other online, like, you know, like, like team-based things, and like something like Don't Starve Together. I've never played it, but like,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to know what skill you mean.
Like, reaction time, skill.
Okay, is that the only skill that goes into gaming?
Well, okay, so just give me some examples.
No, I just want to know if that's the only.
What competitive
I just
games
want
do
to
you
know
play?
if that's the
What
only
competitive
skill.
games
I
do you
don't
play?
really play competitive games. I said
Exactly,
that,
that's what I'm
but that doesn't mean that I'm not playing.
I think it's just. I think
doesn't matter.
I think it's a different thing in terms of like skill based. I think it's kind of an umbrella term. You know what I mean? I don't think. Like, RPGs take skill in the way that, like, you have to plan shit out and think about what you want to do, when you want to do it, which enemy do you have to take out when, with what move, right? But then there's, like, reaction time-based skill where it's just, like I can't play Call of Duty.
I can't play FPS if that's what you're talking about.
I don't play FPS either.
I can't play Call of Duty, and I can't play Dark Souls. I can't play games like that because I don't have the ability to. Like, I don't have that kind of skill.
That's what I mean.
But I wouldn't say that you don't play skilled games because you don't play
Yeah.
those
Why are you
types of
getting
games.
so triggered by this, dude?
I think
irritates
it's just
me.
I think it's just an umbrella term that you threw out.
Do
That's
you
all.
know what I mean by
Yeah, I know. I understand what you mean. I just think that, like, it's not like a singular skill that focuses over it all. Like I said, like, we play because you and I are a similar type of gamer when it comes to stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't play a lot. I can't stand. Not that I can't stand. I don't play shit like Sekiro and stuff like Dark Souls because every time I try to, I always hit a certain wall, and that's because, like, I don't play the game well enough. I can't move past it, and that's, like, not for a lack of trying, but, like, in terms of, like, that type of skill, like the reaction time and shit, I literally can't get over that wall. And that's my thing. Like, I see you do it, Darren, I see you do it, Devin, and I just can't fucking do it. But, like, I used to play something like Into the Breach, which require, like, for me, like, I prefer that kind of, like, skill in terms of thinking it out, right? Like,
That's
what
a
do
hard
I
game,
have?
dude.
What do I have to do when I have to do it? Because, like, it's not based around my reaction time. It's not based around me able to do the thing at the right
I just
time.
think
Can we
there are
agree
different
that
types of
there-
skills that no.
Yeah. And
No,
There
there are
is
different.
no-
There are different types of. The way you made it sound was really negative.
Sorry, there's a lot of skill in Stardew Valley. Darren, what?
Why are you being such a dick?
I was just a joke. Darren, what are your feelings on competitiveness?
Well, you know, it's interesting to me because I think I'm a lot like D, where I don't like to play games. I don't like to play Overwatch. I don't like to play games that are going to create a lot of competition. I don't like Rocket League at all. I just refuse to play Rocket League. But I think it's from a different angle where I can find myself getting too competitive and I get too frustrated, and I find that whenever I put myself on a team, then I just don't enjoy the experience, because I think that kind of what you were both saying about my performance is based on other people, but also the opposite, their performance is based on me. And I don't like that kind of pressure, because I think that I like it when the game is just between the game and me. And
I can understand that.
yeah.
So, how do you feel like then something like Animal Crossing, right, which is the example you brought up, right? Do you feel that's like a different type of competitiveness altogether?
Yeah. Well, this is the interesting thing that made me think of this topic with Animal Crossing, is because Animal Crossing as a game, since I played it when I was a kid, it's not a competitive game. It's still not a competitive game.
It's not at all.
But I would play it to relax, and I play it to enjoy it and just like zen out kind of thing. But I think with social media and the exposure to like other people playing the game, it's created a competitive experience for me.
But so do you think it's only because we're all playing it? You know what I mean? Like if Destiny and Senna and I were playing and your entire family wasn't playing, if you had this kind of experience to yourself, do you think that those feelings would still arise even if you did see something online being like, because like, you know what I mean?
I think maybe I wouldn't have felt it online because it's like those people are online. Maybe I feel it more with people that I'm close to playing it
Because,
I'm
like,
comparing myself to.
It's even as simple as, like I brought up at the beginning of the podcast, the stargazing, right?
Yeah.
You got upset that you didn't get any of the big star fragments.
Yeah.
Which, like, obviously.
Yeah.
But, like...
We looked at like 200 stars and not a single damn large fragment.
But again, like, do you think that's because you know that,
what
like
it was.
Destiny got one and, like, I got a couple? Is that, like, do you think that furthers that feeling? Or
It
is
does.
That, you know what I mean?
It really does. And I think there's something interesting about playing games, and I don't just mean video games, board games, sports, like any kind of games, like they can sometimes bring out the worst in people, and we can bring out the worst in self. I almost think that there's an entirely different topic just about like gamer rage that's worth like talking about.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that on a separate occasion. But, like, I don't know, Darren. I think it's an interesting thing because, like, I'd never really thought about it until we started talking about this.
No.
But, like,
we all have very different experiences with what we think is competitive, and I think it's interesting to talk about that competition, and that's kind of why I brought up the topic.
and, like, I also think, like, the other side, like, I guess the other game that brings out competitiveness in me, but I feel like it's different than Rocket League. Rocket League, maybe again because of like the frustration of playing with somebody can like impact you no matter how you play. The other one that I get hyper competitive with is Smash Bros.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's not like competitiveness like I have to win. It's more of like I wonder if I can win. Like is my skill level enough? Because like me, you, and like Al and a bunch of the guys back home, we've been playing since we were kids. And I feel like we're all kind of all at this like even playing field. So if I lose to you guys, it's not like I don't get fucking mad, but it's just kind of like a shit. Like I could have had that. You know what I mean?
I'm actually gonna say something real controversial.
Okay.
But before when like Melee came out, I played the crap out of it, and I've always thought that Smash Bros. Melee was the best Smash Bros. Game. But I've transitioned to feel like Smash Ultimate's my favorite game because I find it less competitive, and because they've added features that add more of like a balance to like bringing in lower skill levels and things like that. Because I don't take it as seriously. Like when something is like designed to be competitive, I feel like instinctively I take it more seriously, and I get more like butthurt when I lose and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when something is made to be less competitive, I don't take it as seriously. So like if I'm losing to you in Smash Bros. Ultimate, I don't care. But if I lost to somebody in Smash Melee, I'd be like, I should have won that.
Yeah.
I played this so much.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Like I don't get upset when I lose in Smash. It's just kind of like I guess just because the competition that we've always had, it's always been really even. So it's more like I know that I can do better if I keep playing with you guys kind of thing. It's not like
I guess that's why I don't like playing those games with you guys.
Which is what I mean. Like
I just don't like playing them. I don't like doing the racing game. I just don't enjoy it.
I think I almost enjoy it because I don't assume. Like, I feel just like if I don't think I'm going to win, if I just am like, I don't care the outcome of this, then like I have a much better time.
I mean, I don't care if I lose. I just don't want to waste my time playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any other game that brings that out in you, Devin, besides Rocket League? Or is
You know what? Now that you mentioned Smash, dude, Smash. I actually do get competitive about Smash.
Yeah.
But I feel like Smash, like, I can't, what's the word? You know, like, sympathize or relate to, like, someone who plays, like, a game like COD, like, or, like, CSGO or whatever, like, a competitive game, you know, where it's just, like, randoms online. Because, like, I don't play Smash online. It's always been, like, with my close friends.
Yeah.
And I've always played it with them for, like, 100 hours or more, you know?
Yeah.
And at that point, Smash is all about mental games. And it's all about getting in your friend's head. And they're sitting next to you on a couch. And it's about reading them better than they are reading you. And I just feel like there's something so beautiful about that. I love Smash.
Well, what's interesting is like I never got like when I got into Smash when I was a little kid, I didn't get into it because like of competition. I got into it because I had like nostalgia for the like Nintendo characters, and that's like I think that's why I transitioned away from like the competitive nature of it, because I'm playing it because I like Nintendo characters, and that's why like in Smash Melee I had one character. I played Falco, and I only played Falco, and I played Falco to win. But in Ultimate, like I don't play, I think like one character.
For
I just
me,
screw around with different characters because I like those characters.
It's two very different like needs though. Like I'm down, like we are go to Chris or whatever, and we just play like 4-player, 3-player, and we just have fun, and we pick like meme characters or whatever, and we just do whatever, and it's fun. But also like it's a very different sort of enjoyment when I'm just playing 1v1s you know, the
Final Destination.
only,
Fox
not
only, no
literally,
items.
but like just like going hard. Like that's honestly more fun to me. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I get it.
But you're not competitive.
I guess I'm wrong about myself.
Yeah.
I think that for me, at least, that fucking slider goes up depending on the game.
Maybe.
I think that's what it is for me because, like, I don't really consider myself competitive either, but, like, I think there are some games that definitely bring it out in me. And I think it wasn't until this very podcast that I kind of realized what it was about these different games that did that.
What do you think is like the game that brings out the worst in you? Just
Rocket
like
League.
Rocket League? Yeah,
Easy.
like no further explanation.
Rocket
needed,
League,
just
yeah.
like,
Just Rocket League.
Rocket League brings things out in me that I didn't know were inside of me.
No, like, this is legit, though. Like, I don't mean to get upset. It's just, like, I just feel it. And, like,
So
I
if
don't...
you know this game is going to make you upset when you play it, why do you play
Because
it?
winning is so sweet.
Yeah, because it's a high.
Is
It's
it like
honestly
a
a high.
gloating high?
Not even that.
For me, it's not even about winning. It's just like being that invested in a game. Like being so invested in a game that it can get you tilted is like a rare experience for me.
Yeah, and, like, for me, it's just, like, because I feel like Rocket League, like, if you're doing something better than somebody else, even the worst player can still save a goal, like, save a thing. They can
Yeah.
still hit the ball, right? So, like...
There is glory in being the best player on the worst team.
Yeah, like...
For sure.
But,
dude.
like, it's just, like, I feel like it's because I think the games are short. I think because it's such a personal experience. It's not like, you know, massive 30 versus 30. It's like 1, 2, or 3 people, like, against each other. And I feel like just because, like, with Rocket League, I feel like I can get better at it, that I want to push myself to get better at it, and, like...
you think that there's the opportunity and that makes it harder because
Exactly,
you feel
and
you're
it's like
disappointing
when I
yourself,
win, and, like, especially, like, when Alistair and I, for example, are on, and we're in the zone, like, just, like, seeing and feeling everything click. Like, if I, you know, put the ball in the middle and I know he's there, it's like, it's super
So it's like
satisfying.
camaraderie.
Yeah, it's like, it's super satisfying. And, like, and when we lose together against just a team who's clearly better, I don't get mad. I'm like, fuck, like, those guys were good. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know.
Overwatch for me.
Yeah.
Because
I hate fucking Overwatch.
Yeah, I think every time I played Overwatch, I've only had a miserable experience, and
Same.
I don't necessarily think it's the game's. I think it's part of it is the game design.
Overwatch has such a hard learning curve because there are people who sit and play that game for fucking hours on end. I guess I'm just not a gamer.
there are people who play that game professionally.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's their living.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just like I can't do it. I'd rather just play a game by myself.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think if Al were here, I think
Al would say Overwatch.
I think Al would say Overwatch as well. I know he's had some rough goes with that game as well. And especially because I think, like, the Overwatch community can be kind of toxic as well.
I think
depending-
all those games have a pretty toxic community, honestly.
Yeah. I think they definitely can.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like that's a good point to stop. I definitely do want to come back to the gamer rage discussion another time because I think that's super interesting to talk about. But yeah, I think that's a good talk, guys.
Cool.
Good talk, you
claps,
guys.
claps all around. We're gonna go into some snaps. Nice. We're gonna go into some news. My favorite piece of news: the PS5 controller has been shown off, and I feel like we have different feelings. Destiny, did you see a picture of it?
I mean, like, I don't really care about controllers. I know that sounds shitty, but I just...
I'll just show you.
How dare you?
I'm a PC gamer.
I just want to know your thoughts. Anyways,
Okay.
so Darren,
Yeah.
why don't you start? Because you and I have very different feelings about it.
I mean, I think that
It looks like an Xbox controller, kind of.
I like the shape of
It
it.
does.
I agree.
I like the shape of it. I don't like the color palette. I don't like the black and the white with the blue together.
But they'll
And-
probably change colors, you know.
I think so, but I think that I'm worried that usually the default color scheme of the controller matches the default color scheme of the console, and I think if the console looks like that, I'll be upset because it's gonna look, I think, ugly in like.
I
the
think white
living
gets
room.
dirty, and the
Yeah.
fact that you're always going to be like, I think it's going to look really... I know that sounds stupid.
No, you're not.
No,
you're not wrong.
that's
though.
my
I don't-
same
I
feelings.
don't like, yeah.
I just think it looks like what Sony thinks the future would be, but I
White
think
and
they're
clean and
wrong.
pristine.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I actually really like it, and I actually do really like the color scheme.
Really?
I feel like I like the form factor. Like it looks like it's going to be It looks like it's going to fit
Yeah, it
in
looks
your
like
hand
it'll.
nicely.
It looks like it'll feel better
Yeah.
than the PS4 controller to hold. The shape of it looks nice.
But like, I actually love the color scheme. I think it looks super cool.
The triggers looked a little more rounded than
Yeah,
the
it's
PS4
like an
controllers.
Android.
and there's going to be like,
Yeah,
there's
it
gonna,
does look like
It looks like an Android. Like if
Well,
there was an Android.
Not an
version.
Android like phone, like
No,
a
like
living Android.
like a living
people are
Android.
comparing it to the Detroit Become Human
Yes,
Android. Yeah,
that's exactly what I was thinking
Yeah.
when you showed me that.
I like it. I think it looks like kind of futuristic and kind of coolish. I'm glad that they decided to do something a little different than just the PS3 or PS4, the DualShock 3 or DualShock 4. I'm sure there's going to be hundreds, but
I'll
plenty
get a
of different
different
colors.
color.
But like, I'm actually, you know what, Darren? I'm actually the exact opposite. I'm actually now super curious to see what the console's going to look like. And if they give me some fucking sci-fi-esque looking weird motherfucker, I am there for it. Because like, the 2 to the 3 to the 4 have all been kind of like at least at launch a kind of similar-esque style, right? Like, I'm excited for something a little bit
I
different.
wonder if, like, okay, remember when they released the Wii the first time and they only released it in white, and
Yeah.
then later they released it in black because people didn't really like it? Because honestly, most people's setups are dark.
Yeah, that's the problem, and that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
too.
most people's setups are dark, and then you have this blaringly, and it didn't look good. So
No.
then they released it in black because I remember trading in my Wii
For a black
to
one?
get a black one.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be different colors and
Yeah.
limited editions.
There's a thought process behind designing it black, and it's exactly that, to like get it to fit into people's
Yeah.
rooms.
I'm curious to see what the things. I've seen some people like speculating online that possibly the buttons like light up,
That'd be cool.
which
I
is
think
why
that'd
they're
be
like,
cool.
which is why like in the image they're colorless. So people are speculating that maybe the buttons themselves will light up a little bit or something. I'm curious what this will mean for VR, because with the DualShock 4s, you have the light bar on the top facing end of the
and
controller.
it needs that to run for some games.
Exactly. So I'm curious to see how this will work.
I'm guessing
dope.
they'll probably just have the PS4 controller work with the PS5.
I'm sure that they will, and I'm sure but I'm excited. The other things so I'm playing this from IGN. Adam Bankhurst, he says, announced on PlayStation blog. It's now called the DualSense. We'll keep much of what gamers love about the DualShock 4 intact, while also adding new functionality and refining the design. Touch was a big inspiration when designing the DualSense, and haptic feedback is one of the ways this new controller will bring the PS5 games to life. So the haptic feedback I'm super excited about. So basically with the controller, with the triggers, you can actually, like, if you're shooting a bow in a game, you'll actually feel like you're pulling a bow
They can
back.
increase the tension on the fly.
Is that kind of like when we're fishing? I know this is like a weak excuse, but when we're fishing and then you start to feel the
vibration. Different fish have different vibrations.
Yes,
Yeah.
I noticed that. Like
Similar.
when it's a bigger fish, I can tell
Yeah.
I'm pulling it. I pulled up a fucking oarfish and I was like, "What the fuck is
Yeah,
this?"
it's like
Yeah.
shaking, so it's
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, and
Oh,
but
that's
it's like,
cool.
but like
But this time it
regular
actually, like, it
to
will-
the button. So like when you press it, like it'll feel
It'll
like
be
you're
harder to press the button.
Yeah,
Oh,
depending
that's
on what you're
kinda
doing.
dope.
So like that way, like even different guns and stuff, and something like COD might actually feel different shooting them.
You could put like vibration into the trigger to
Yeah.
make it feel like it's like one of those like
That's
arcade
kinda
guns or something
crazy.
like that.
What about you, Devin? Do you like the controller?
Yeah, it looks like a controller to me.
I think that I'm just so excited because this is the first piece of like anything that we've seen from the PS5 that's actually like
You can
Isn't
look
it
at
launch-
it.
tangible.
Is it still launching at the same time, even
they've-
with all this stuff going on?
they've said that it's not being delayed. We'll see what happens. They've said like they're still on track. We'll see what happens, but like
They didn't let those people leave the building.
I'm assuming that like we're going to. They're actually PlayStation and Microsoft I think are letting everybody work from home.
Nice.
Yeah, until like the end of April, I think they're have like full paychecks and everything, and then they're gonna see as they go. But yeah, I think it looks super cool. I think just because I'm hungry for more PlayStation 5 news, I just want to see what the fucking console looks like, and I'm curious to see what the hell's gonna happen. I want to very very quickly touch on Cooking Mama because I read the story and it's such a fucking ridiculous story that I have to bring it up. I'm pulling from IGN again. This comes from Joe Screbbles. The headline is Cooking Mama, Cookstar creators move to quash cryptocurrency mining speculation.
What?
So essentially what the fuck happened, there was a new Cooking Mama game called Cooking Mama Cookstar slated to launch on the Nintendo Switch, and evidently there was PS4 box art for it found as well. That was supposed to come out at the end of March.
Wasn't Cooking Mama originally like an app game on
It's
the
like a
phone?
DS and Wii game.
Yeah.
It was,
And then
it
they
was
put an app
shovelware
version
on the
of it.
Wii, I think, originally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it actually
Hey,
became better.
Cooking Mama has some
Oh,
big
sorry,
fans.
sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them.
Yeah,
so
but you also
Have you
like
really
Cookie
played a Cooking
Clicker.
Mama game?
I own Cooking Mama with friends on the Wii, or like Cooking with Friends, or whatever the hell it's called.
Wow.
It was fun.
Yeah. So basically, so what
The
happened?
best thing I could say about it.
So what happened
That's
is
a great endorsement.
the game was supposed to launch. It went live on the Nintendo eShop for like 2 or 3 hours and then was completely pulled off. Like, just gone. Stores stocked it, and then it was gone. So this game basically disappeared overnight. And everybody's like, what the fuck happened to this fucking game? Because people were excited about it. Like, Darren said, there are quite a few Cooking Mama fans, right? So essentially, there was a presentation given last year about, and Cooking Mama was described as having, supporting cryptocurrency.
Not cryptocurrency, blockchain technology.
Blockchain technology, thank you.
Which is what they use to, like, the technology and algorithms to, I think, to mine.
They use it to mine
Bitcoin.
They mine to mine Bitcoin and to mine cryptocurrency. So basically,
How is going to be in Cooking Mama?
Yeah.
there was basically mass theories going around that the game got pulled because they realized that, like, once you downloaded it, whatever system you were using it on would be then helping mine cryptocurrency.
For you or for someone else?
For somebody else. So a company A would be using the, let's say, 1 million copies that it would sell on Switch and using part of the Switch's processing power to help fucking mine crypto. So this was like the speculation running rampant.
Is it real?
No.
They say no.
But why'd they pull it then?
They said apparently because what happened with the game is still strange. Essentially, their publisher and developer and whoever owns the IP are basically in a giant fight. The devs actually got permission to make the game. They were making the game, and at some point, the publisher said, "We don't want to do this anymore." And the devs apparently tried to fight back, but whoever was running the head of the studio, the dev studio, basically was like saying, like, "Guys, don't worry about the release date and stuff. Just finish the game."
Because we already put so much time into it.
Right. So evidently, they went ahead. They finished the game. Right. The game goes live. Publisher didn't realize they were still working on it. So they pull the fucking game. And now there's apparently this huge squabble going on
like a
between them.
lawsuit.
Okay,
Wait,
so
I
I'm
think you-
confused because who published the
Wait,
game then?
what I read was that the publisher published the game, and then the company that owns the IP sued to have it taken.
Yes, sorry,
off
yes,
of
you're right, that's what it was.
Okay,
The
because I was
publisher
like,
was-
how could they have published the game? without
And
the
I also
publisher?
read that in this game, Cooking Mama can kill Cooking Daddy, cut off his penis, boil it, and eat it, which they had problems with.
Yeah.
You can turn into a nice,
Devin, you're so...
you can saute
Allegedly.
it. Allegedly.
But yeah, I just think that the story is so fucking strange.
That's
because
why you wanted to play it.
Oh, and I also heard that the blockchain stuff was literally just like marketing speak, and they had no intention of actually putting blockchain in the game. They're just like, blockchain, people invest in us if we mention blockchain.
There was like an AMA with one of the devs who was like, that is basically impossible on the Switch or PS4.
Yeah. They basically just threw out the words to try and get people to invest in them.
Because the people that are making this game are not the normal developers of the series.
Yeah.
There's some random developer.
So who owns the IP?
I don't know.
Some company you've never heard of.
So it's like some random company that's not into games. They just happen
I
to
don't
own
know
the
what
rights
else this
to the
company
game.
does, but I'd never heard of them. Like, it's not someone you've heard of.
That's weird.
I think it's the IP owner is related to the original developers. It's a Japanese company, I thought, that made it.
I think
Who
you're
gives a
Was it
shit
just
about
like
this
an
game,
investment?
dude? I thought this game was for, like, 10-year-old
I thought it was
girls.
You say the most fucked up things, and I don't know if you realize you're saying it, but they come across super sexist.
Who wanted this game?
I'm not gonna lie. So I do really
He
enjoy
likes
Cooking
Cookie
Mama.
Clicker.
The Cooking Mama and Cookie Clicker are very different.
Yeah, but they're still both lame.
Cooking Mama is fun with a few friends to just make some.
I didn't
meals.
even know that it was multiplayer.
It is multiplayer.
No story.
And I'm not gonna lie. Last week
I did know that.
I was on my computer on Amazon ready to purchase a copy of Cooking Mama Cookstar.
Wow.
Because there is still stock available.
There's no shame in you wanting that game.
No. For the record, I mean, I would have played it because I do like Cooking Mama, but I wanted it also because I thought because of all this controversy, it was going to be worth a lot of money. So
And you're going to try to sell it?
I wasn't going to try to sell it, but I like having rare things, and to have a copy of Cooking Mama Cookstar before it disappears is pretty cool.
My precious.
But I didn't buy it.
Damn it.
Why didn't you?
Because, I mean, I feel like that's a bad reason to buy a game.
Do you want to know something that I just
It's also like
learned,
$60
like
bucks.
this past weekend? Have you ever seen that Japanese arcade game that's like a big drum and you're drumming on it?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Taiko or
There is a Switch version of that game
Yeah.
with a Switch like drum controller, dude.
What?
Yeah,
They
it's
have
called
it-
Taiko no Tatsujin or something.
They have it at Playground. At least I think I do. I think I saw
Are
it
you
a couple
really
weeks
that
ago.
excited?
I actually am. I might buy that.
Dude, the drum controller is like almost $100.
Wait,
never mind.
so you're excited about a game that you just drum on, and you basically just shit on him about a game where you cook.
I wasn't shitting on Darren.
No, you totally.
Did you feel shitted on?
Even if he didn't feel, I could tell by the way you said it.
I was just wondering.
I thought that game was for 10-year-old girls.
Thank you, Destiny. Thank you for having my back.
I was just wondering who wanted to play Cooking Mama.
Other than 10-year-old girls.
Let me ask this: what is the skill ceiling?
Oh
of
my
Cooking
god.
Mama?
Okay, moving on. The last thing that I want to quickly talk about, Iron Man VR and The Last of Us 2 have been delayed indefinitely because of the virus. Sony and PlayStation have basically just delayed them out until fucking who knows when. They've pulled them from the PlayStation Store and everything. Which sucks because like I read an interview with Neil Druckmann up on IGN that basically said like they were ready. Like they were pretty much done and now they're still working on it and for the foreseeable future. And knowing Naughty Dog, that I'm sure people are at home still fucking crunching. Like I'm sure they're still going to be working on it because now especially now that the release date is unknown.
Yeah.
And like I guess really seeing a game all about a virus and zombies and shit isn't
Resident
a great
Evil.
like
Hey, they sent out Resident Evil.
yeah, well, but yeah, like I'm sad that both of them were delayed.
So Matt, I wanted to ask you because obviously we both know that the game's going to come out.
Yeah.
You had a theory about what you think was going to happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if at this point, like, because Ghost of Tsushima is supposed to be coming at the end of June, with Last of Us coming at the end of May, with now Last of Us getting delayed. I wouldn't be surprised if Ghost also gets pushed. I'd like to see them just fucking wait at this point to the PlayStation 5. I'm sure they're already porting it to the PlayStation 5. I'm sure they're running on their dev kits. So I'd like to see them just wait, hold their cards, and then drop a bunch
That
of
would
them
be like Holiday.
in Holiday.
Do you think they will?
I think that they might. If depending on when the virus starts to settle down and when people actually start kind of getting back into buying new games when they launch, like you still don't want to put them right next to each other. They're still going to be at least a month apart. Tentatively, even if they wait till August to release The Last of Us and then like the Ghosts in September or October, you have to think that the PS5 is going to come out October, November.
Yeah.
At that point, I would just wait with them. Give fucking PS5 a monumentally epic fucking launch window.
Yeah.
And then people will buy it the fuck up.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's still, I
Do you
assume
think they'll
that,
still do the PS4 version?
of course, right? They're ready. Like, I mean, why not release them, right? So, and
Just like Nintendo did with the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild.
for sure, and I mean it's not uncommon. Like I mean, GTA 5 was on both. Fucking The Last of Us was on both, right? On PS3 and PS4. So I'd rather them just hold them now and like launch them a little bit closer to PS5 because that's going to give plenty of people who are ready to buy a PS5.
It would give me less buyer's remorse if I bought a PS4 version and then like 3 months later found out, oh, there's a PS5 version.
Yeah,
like, well,
exactly.
Why did I buy this?
Yeah, exactly. Like I'd rather just like if it's coming out on PS4, Lord knows I can't wait. So like I'd play them and then not play them on PS5.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see when they come back. We'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, that's the show, everyone. That brings us to the end of our time.
All right.
Yep. Darren, anything still banging around up there you want to get out?
There's nothing banging around up here.
No one banging.
Just cobwebs.
Just cobwebs and that dog from Animal Crossing. Destiny, what about you? Anything else you want to get off your chest?
No.
You all good?
Yeah.
Devin, what about you?
I feel like there's a lot of unsaid things around this table right now.
I
It
feel like
might
you
be
might
said
not.
like afterwards.
I feel like you might not make it home tonight.
All right, well, we'll see.
Well, Devin,
if
it's
you
been
ever
fun.
hear me again on this podcast,
It's fucking. It's audio feed. It's like audio loops that we took from past conversations. We'll be like, oh, there's a new Cooking Mama coming out in 2022, and we'll get a clip of so you being like, I'll play it for 700 hours.
it's a fucking like one of those voices you just type in. It's like,
Yeah.
hi, I am Devin.
I am excited for Cooking Mama. Okay, cool. Well, I'm all good too. Everyone, please continue to stay safe out there. The virus is still fucking banging around, especially back in Canada and America. Continue to stay safe. Continue to wash your hands. Be well. We miss everyone. I don't know who we fucking miss, but we miss everyone. We appreciate our support. Please continue to send this shit around. If you haven't liked us on Facebook yet, please do.
Yes.
And again, we are up now on YouTube. Check out the Facebook for all the links and look us up. It's just the Burnout Brighter podcast. Everyone, thank you so much for checking us out. Darren, say bye.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Destiny, say bye-bye.
Bye.
Devin, say bye-bye.
Good luck to anyone in America right now.
Yeah, well, seriously. Be well. Thank you, everybody. We love you all. We'll see you next week. Peace out. Give me more,
That was
Darren.
extra. Give me more, Darren.